When a customer enters a Tiffany store in search of a wonderful piece of jewelry, certainly one of the considerations has to be, or should be, from where exactly did this come? How was it crafted? So I think the first responsibility that we have to our customers is transparency. I think there are very legitimate questions today that customers are asking about the social cost, about the environmental cost, about the carbon footprint, about the land disturbance, all of the things that we know are part of producing a piece of jewelry.
Tiffany Company has always recognized the challenge of mining, processing, and crafting precious materials in sustainable ways, and is a leader in advocating for environmentally sound practices.
In addition to the obvious attributes that a piece of Tiffany jewelry has in terms of wonderful design and great craftsmanship and the purity of the metals, is this question of provenance. I think it's very heartening to know that in the creation of this particular piece of jewelry, not only were environmental impacts minimized to the greatest extent possible, but that along the way, through the creation of this piece of jewelry, communities around the world were in fact benefited.
Coral-based ecosystems make a vital contribution to the health of our oceans, and today are seriously compromised by changing environmental factors. Despite its coveted status, coral has not been sold by Tiffany since 2002.
It became clear to us that there was simply no way, no sustainable way, to responsibly harvest red and pink coral without severely damaging the marine ecosystems that they support. You know, people often ask us, as a company whose livelihood depends on mining, why do you oppose the Pebble Mine in Bristol Bay, Alaska? Our answer is very simple. There are some places in the world that are so magnificent, so special, so deserving of protection, so deserving of being seen by our children and our grandchildren, that mining should never be allowed to threaten them. We believe that Bristol Bay is one such place.
Tiffany has pledged never to source gold from the proposed Pebble Mine at Bristol Bay, a pristine Alaskan wildlife ecosystem that is the world's most productive salmon fishery. The company's ultimate goals are that air and water contamination are minimized, that basic human rights are respected, and that new mines are not developed on lands of high ecological or cultural value. More than a decade ago, Tiffany was helpful in the implementation of the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme, which ensures that no conflict diamonds make it to the marketplace.
When a customer holds a Tiffany engagement ring and admires the beauty of the ring in its totality, the other fascinating part of the story, of course, revolves around all the components of that ring. The knowledge that the platinum was mined in a very responsible way in one of the most responsibly managed mines in the world, that the diamonds were mined responsibly, that the cutting and polishing of those diamonds contributed to community development and education and health and welfare in a small community in Africa. For us, the great opportunity is to continue to lead the jewelry industry toward a more sustainable future. We feel that in the next several years, we will have accomplished an extraordinary amount in terms of assuring the responsibility